I was going a little crazy just listening to the song playing in the background. The automaton and then the way that it sounded and then the lead up into whatever this game is probably the best way to go into it though. Welcome to the short game segment. There's like a bunch of short games I was gonna throw in at some point. Nice fake German name. FALLSTRUKTUR. See, I really like. Thank you for getting why I was interested in this game. There's something about the way that these things are named that tickles some part of my brain, because I'm like, it's so obviously like a fake word, but I can't tell if it's actually fake, and so it's a really good fake because it's like a deep fake. It's like so close to reality that I can't really tell. We're gonna be playing a bunch of short games that I've been saving for different segments, and this is the first of many. Okay, this is called FALLSTRUKTUR. I don't know what to expect. I like all of these I've just been saving for various days because I didn't know what to expect from these games, and so it's sort of like a giant mystery grab bag of things that I don't even know how to like explain to you. We're just gonna fall. I'm assuming we're gonna fall down a structure. Structure select. You feel like they use the term structure simply like structure in English, like a building. What does structure mean? Structure. For structure, the creation of urban structure studio. Meaning structure meaning German. The way. Structure. Der inner Aufbau, die Organisation eines Systems. Okay, well, I was hoping for like a definition, but I couldn't figure it out. Nothing's given me. Oh, structure in German is more like a physical composition. It's the way in which something is arranged or organized. The physical. Could you use structure to talk about interior design? Or yeah, organization structures in abstract. Okay, so it's not like interior design. Because what I was thinking, it's interior design. What does structure select? What? Oh my god! Wait, chat. There's mods for this. Wait, chat. Do you want to try some after actually? I don't know what this game is. So I guess in a cybernetic way, yeah, not interior design. Yeah, is it in like a? Because like abstract is like a conceptual thing. Wait, is this entire game? I mean, so there's two things about this game that made me interested in the game. The exploration aspect, because it seemed like you were going around a really weird structure, and I really enjoy games that have you going around a strange structure. I also really enjoy games that have the idea of you being in a strange space, because sometimes like going in a weird structure but in like a fairly normal standard space, like let's say it's like a weird building but it's in hell, sort of boring, right? But something like this, as soon as I saw this and just the idea of it being a mostly exploration game, it made me go, ooh, I'm kind of curious to see how this feels like. It's a weird genre that never really seems to get much of anything, really. Like, it seems like a dead genre. Like a system structure, not structure, but the language fails you. I think I get. That's how I that's how I interpret it too. In the physical sense, you'd use it to explain the composition on a very low level. Like a honeycomb structure. Okay, so it is like interior design. Sorry, it just sounds more like interior designery. I mean, I guess this is like a structure game then. Like, is it really wrong? So far, what have we done? We've fallen, and there's a structure. We've fallen, and there's a weird structure to explore. If anything, this is the most well-named game. If anything, this is not a misuse. Okay, maybe it is. It's really hard. I like this genre of like trying to explain to me these various abstract topics, because it's like, I know it sounds like I'm smart, but I'm not that smart, and so it's like I'm just fooling you all, right? But like stuff like this really makes it obvious, like I'm not that smart. Because like, how do you? Because it's like, no matter how you explain it, I don't think there's any way to slice the pie in such a way that I'll be able to like eat it. I'm so dead. Okay, you can die. That's a weird. I didn't expect to be able to die in this game, and I didn't expect there to be different ways to go. Also, it's hard to explain the controls. This game kind of feels like you're playing a surfing map in CS. It feels a bit like you're surfing within CS, and the fact that there's surfing ramps kind of shows this. But you're mostly sliding around. You like the twist of climb slop going down. Climb slop going downwards. I mean, look at this though. That's a weird structure. But you're right. It is, now that you said this, it is fundamentally no different from Only Up. You know, Only Up got a lot of bad got a lot of bad like. It got a bad rap for being a game. I mean, it was mostly the AI and the crypto stuff, but it was also like a bad rap because it was mostly made it as a slopping climb game that you have to like go up like a bunch of structures. You have to like it's basically like a giant jump quest, right? And it was sort of derided for being so simple, but sometimes that's all you really need. Like this game, for instance, I can already tell the environment of this game is the real thing that you're looking for. It's the understanding of the space and understanding how to move around in the space that's important, and not really the quality of, like, say, the gameplay mechanics. Not to say that the gameplay mechanics are bad either. Sometimes it's fun to just walk around and fall down. The menu also looked like a CS menu / old source menu. Yes, like an old one. Yeah, only down, only down. I mean, because this is the same as Only Up. I mean, sorry, Only Up is the same as this. I'm gonna say, I'm sure this game came out afterwards, but I'm gonna say that Only Up probably took inspiration from the core idea of what this is. And honestly, in saying the CS line, right? Is that a fucking Among Us? I thought that was an Among Us. From far away, it looked like an Among Us. It was all sussy. What? Wait, so where does this go? But yeah, even in saying the CS thing, I swear there were so many old maps that had this idea too. This idea of like you jumping around. Like it was a bunch of like jump quest stuff. But even surf maps, I feel like surf maps definitely had that quality of you never really knew what you were getting into within a surf map. Like you might play the surf map, you might end up in a space that you know, just sort of breaks a lot of rules about how spaces should be, and then you kind of go around places and you don't really know what to expect and like what's around the next bend. And that's what this game sort of reminds me of, because I didn't expect this. Okay, now this is an idea for a rough concept for your chat map. Downwards climb slop. Just need to come up with some mechanics. All you need is climb. But I get what you mean, because it's like, but honestly though, it's like yeah, like you could just have this. I guess like anything in VR would be better. Except for, you know what it is? Maybe everything is a VR chat map concept, because VR makes everything better except the worst ideas. You know what I mean? It's like VR chat, like VR can't make, say, I don't know, like a first-person shooter any better than it already is. Well, I take that back. Actually, first-person shooters in VR are pretty fun. Maybe VR is just a game hack. You know what I mean? Like, it's like you have an idea for a game, and it's like, okay, like it sounds cool, but it's like, how can you execute on it to make it fun? And then you can, but then it's like, okay, well, if you don't know how to do it, or like if you just can't for some reason, then you just throw it in VR and it gets a lot better. It can make first-person shooters a lot better. Yeah, I retracted my statement as soon as I thought about it, because I was like, the best first-person shooter that I've played in recent years has been Half-Life Alyx. Simply the fact that you can be clumsy. Yes! The comedy of like picking up a gun and then having it roll off your like hand or something. Or like just the chaos of like trying to control a thing in a space with your human limbs in a way that, because you don't have the skills. Like that's the thing about VR that's actually funny, right? This game does a good job of emulating, because I'm constantly sliding, and now I'm in a weird mushroom biome. This is a very weird space. In VR, if you aren't good at the skills, it translates over 1-to-1. This game feels like that, where I'm not good at the skill of falling, and so I feel clumsy as a person. I don't think I'm gonna make it. Oh no! No! Epic pull. Epic pull. I have like SSR, like Nightbot lines. SSR. SSSSSSR. Hope your fucking family gets sold. SSSSR. FALLSTRUKTUR. That's the game. By Finn Levy, Rolling Barrel, and Stut Wombat. And now you see why it's a short game. But that was cool. It's a weird experience to like go down this weird building. But yeah, it really is just only up, but only down. And honestly, I really like the building. It's weird. And I like how there's nothing down there. There's nothing down there? Usually my silence means I didn't like the game, but I actually really liked this a lot. The mechanics were very, very interesting and fun to play with, because it felt like you had a certain slidiness to it that, again, very similar to like a CS a surf map, right? And then the structure was just strange. I'm just silent because I don't know what to expect. If I go further, word. Look how quiet the game is. Yeah, it's a very quiet game. If anything, I'm ruining it by talking too much. Is that a dead pixel? No, it's a piece of a shrimp shell. I had shrimps on my PC for Christmas. How far does this go? You know what? This would be a... I think you're onto something. I think this would be great within VR. Because you get to the end, right? You get to the very bottom in VR, and then all you have is this giant plane that you can walk around. And the imposing emptiness. It's almost like the way that you're swallowed by this nothingness would be terrifying within VR. You're gonna say the opposite. You're like a prominent the ambient sounds are so true. Okay, so it all depends on like what people mean by game sounds. Yeah, because on the one hand, it's like quiet for me. There's like no music sense. It's just the sound of silence. On the other hand, the sound of silence is deafening. Because there's like, you know, just something about the air around you. And then there's like, you know, the noise of like dust rushing past your ears. And where is the air coming from? Why is there dust? Exactly, yeah. We're just arguing semantics for music. Quiet for a deaf person is very different from a person. Like, there has to be a joke there. There has to be a joke there about like a deaf person looking at a person who is hearing buying active noise canceling headphones. You know what I mean? Or like a blind person. Well, I guess they can't see you buy. I was gonna say blind person seeing another person buy and wear sunglasses, but the whole point of them being blind is that they can't see. Oh. But yeah, there's something there about like deaf person watching someone buy active noise canceling headphones and then going, why would you want to do that? Because they don't even get the ability to enjoy silence. They just hear nothing. Like even the concept of hearing nothing doesn't make sense to me because it's like I hear things. And so for me nothing sounds like this. But for them nothing is even less than this. They don't even know what I'm saying actually, because this channel I forgot to turn on for the longest time. I didn't realize, and so sorry. There used to be a closed caption plugin, and I think it got deleted when I updated OBS. So deaf viewers have not been able to like tell what I've been seeing. The issue is that you still feel vibrations through your body. Oh, true, you still feel it. Wait, that must be freaky. Imagine being deaf but in the earthquake. Sorry. Imagine being deaf in the earthquake. I'm not laughing at deaf people. If you're deaf, okay, listen, if they could hear me, they would laugh too, okay? If they could hear me, they would laugh too. I'm speaking the truth. A joke based on the realities of their life, you sort of like, you know, commiserating with their pains. It's not me making fun of them as people. It's me, you know, it's like, you know what I mean? That's just satire. It's quiet compared to Uma Musume, sorry, or whatever the cool kids play. So true. Uma Musume was like a sensory overload. You mean the earthquakes are probably scary. Being deaf won't help. Exactly, yeah. But imagine like feeling the shaking. I guess that's it. No, I'm gonna download some games from the workshop. Okay, there's actually a bunch of these. FALLSTRUKTUR, a very easy and poorly made map about my cat. Circuit Mojave. Most subscribed Opolis. It's big. Opolis. Holy shit, this map is huge. Okay, wait. Luminality. You may notice the stream is going to die a little bit because of the downloads. La Struttura. La Struttura. La Struttura. The stream may die. You may see the stream die because I'm downloading things. La Struttura. Free fall. It's Soviet Dream. La Struttura, the walled garden. Chat, there's a lot. There's a lot. Wow. Geometriculture. FALLSTRUKTUR. Sorry, just give me a second. I'm still downloading. There's a lot of structures. Tungsten. Structure Cubulus. Castle of Rain. Circuit. Less structure. La Struttura. So America Dream? Sorry, only Soviet Dream. Mojave. Prison. Rock climbing. What? My awesome fucking level. The big wall. Climb structure. Vampire Cyberpunk Let's Structure 3. What? Familiar. Very basic. Moria. Peripatri... not that one. Dance of the Electric Guitars. Alright. Alright, let's put this out on the trade. Not... Holy shit, you can just play it directly? That's amazing. Author time, 214. Dance of the Electric Guitars. This structure is not recommended for new players. Yeah, it was very like... it was very serious sounding. So this is Substation. Also, I don't know what you did to cause Nightbot to do whatever it did. I have no clue what you typed. That's actually... I don't even remember... Sam, this is like the pipes. The Windows 98 screensaver. Oh, you're right. It is just like pipes. Oh my god, there's so many of them. Oh, it's dance. Oh, you're right. It is dance. Oh, you're right. I guess I could have seen by the like dance. I could have seen by the dancing emote. But then why is there one of somebody shaking their ass? I mean, this is a cool level. If anything, this goes to show that the game concept works. If people are willing to make levels for your game that are on this level, levels for your game that are on this level of strangeness, then I think the game concept works. Because the game mechanic of running around works very, very well. You got it from the bot strip writing dance in plain text. Some deleted... It's either a deleted emote or I thought the word was funny. I mean, looking at it now, I kind of like it just being the word. It's like... It's very indicative of the concept of dancing, right? So it works. And so if anything, it feels intentional. But I don't know what past me did. The me of today wonders what the me of yesterday was doing, and how the me of tomorrow is going to react to the me of now. Right? Is there a movie about that? There has to be like a movie concept or something about that. Something that hones in on the idea of like me today, yesterday, tomorrow. Me today, yesterday, tomorrow. That's a good movie name. And then have it be like, oh, here we go. This is a moneymaker. Okay, remake of classic Christmas story involving Ebenezer Scrooge, where it's me today, yesterday. The spirits of Christmas. Yeah, it's pretty much just the spirits of Christmas, but remake in modern context. So it's not just the spirits. It's like the spirits of Christmas starring The Rock and Jack Black. Jack Black plays Ebenezer Scrooge. Jack Black as Ebenezer Scrooge. Oh shit, we're on to something. It's like how Shrek is played by Mike Myers. It's like such an out of left field thing that you don't really expect. This is a cool structure. I actually kind of want to see the bottom, even though I'm failing. And I actually got really far, and then I died. So I just gotta be careful. Don't bounce. But yeah, if people can make things like this for this game, I think it works out. The mechanics are solid, and just the general vibe and ambiance, I like how it carries over too. Everything about this game feels like it's made for you to play weird levels, and I like that they do actually provide you with the workshop thing. And I wonder actually, are the tools built in? Like, can you actually get to... How do you find the tools to make levels in this game? Tiny file dialog, structuring. The folder is called... There's an HTML file. FALLSTRUKTUR development kit. Flashback. Structures can be installed manually by putting the folder containing the structure data into game data into game directory /structuring. Structures in that folder will appear in the structure selects local section. Steam Workshop. Creating structures can be by create structure. Wait, so there is a button. Creating a map object. Adding a logo. Oh shit. Wait, we should try that. Okay, maybe we'll get to this at some point. Oh shit. Today, yesterday, tomorrow. Or maybe like deaf person open in SDK. What does that mean? What? Oh, it's very ominous. Oh, that's very... I don't like that. I actually have a massive fear of thalassophobia. I have massive thalassophobia. I don't know if I can handle this. But yeah, they just use was it UGUI or what's that one called again? But they just like pop it open and they just give you the ability to do it. Create TB map. TB map. There's 3 different maps. TB map, end of a box, freeze, end of a box. Environment manager, default environment, light. Light. Okay, these windows are very small. There we go. You too, but you regularly look up the Thalassophobia maps in VR chat and then hate your life when you explore them. To be fair, in VR, I'd be more willing to, if only because it's way cooler. Fog. Visual effects gameplay, free cam, show end of boxes. Pause and free cam. Open, install trench broom. What the hell is a trench broom? Wow. Trench brooms are free. Open source GPL v3. Custom platform level editor for Quake-based engine games. Quake engine-based games. That's cool. So this just supports this stuff. That's actually kind of cool that it supports the level editor. And you can just use this same tool to make these levels that you would in Quake, and you can just... Wait, so couldn't you just like take a Quake map and just import it into this? Like, couldn't you have like Quake something and then inside this game, there's like nothing stopping you, right? That's actually kind of cool. I quite like that. So let's install the default structures into this default textures, okay? So how do I do this? So some of them must be pure coincidence. There's one that's called liminal bridge thing, but seeing the pillars of the bridge going down into the sea made your head spin. You know what? It's good that you say that because I can't make a level. So let's play some of these because some of these actually did look like that. Some of these structures did look like that. Welcome to Felt. Oh my god, it's like carpeted. Oh my god. Wait, this is like those. It's like those tiny maps in CS. It's like DE Rats. I loved DE Rats, or like CS Dolls. CS Dolls, DE Rats. Something Monaco. Oh, this is brutal. And the fact that like there's even times, right? I can see this game being a very fun speedrunning game, where people learn how to get faster and faster and stuff. But that's cool. It's cool that they get to like use the same tools that they would in other engines and in games to make their levels. Inside this game too. I always enjoy whenever people whenever games implement support for different file formats for certain things. Like the one that I think about is, and there's two. There's one game, I can't remember the name of it now, but it implements supports for I think Doom levels, so you can like load any Doom WAD and then actually play it inside the game, or was it Quake or something? As well as that Half-Life 2 thing that I played. It was like a whole separate game, but it had file compatibility support with Half-Life 2 levels, so you could play it as like a top-down game, because it's like a top-down shooter, but you could play Half-Life 2 levels in it, and it had the code for the Half-Life 2 stuff. Okay, well now I'm stuck. I bugged the game out. I bugged the game out. I'm just a rat in a cage. Something with my... Oh! He's hacking! He's hacking! He's cheating! He's hacking! Door stuck! Door stuck! Please! Oh my god. Fall structure is now climb structure. The sequel in one game. Whoa! Now we're climbing. Okay, you know what? Maybe it's a good thing that I didn't do the VR chat climbing day today. Because it just means that we have climbing, like you have, okay, it's like, Mom, I want to climb in VR chat, and then Mom goes, but we are climbing at home. This is climbing at home. This is just like DE Rats. Look, we're going through like a maze of pipes. I wonder where we go. Why is this so fun? It's strange how fun this is, because the entire game is just you walking around climbing. There's just a plate of cookies. Yummy! 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 What? This is something that, honestly, a game that's just about movement and just a box of cookies. Yum! Yum, yum, so good. What's there? Vampire. Okay, this one had an AI image. This one had an AI image, so I'm kind of curious. What the fuck is this? I am a vampire, and this is my city. I must search for blood before the sunrise. I am a vampire. So this one used AI art. So I'm kind of curious to see how far this goes here. It is the AI art. It seems like everything's AI, but at least the text. There's no way the text can write something like that. It's too human. It's too human to be AI. But that's for sure AI. Eyeball, very nice. Continuing the German theme by capitalizing nouns and flavored text. You know, for the longest time, I always thought that it was like somebody playing like a joke on me, that they kept on capitalizing things, because I didn't know that that's what you did within German. And I was like, why are they typing like this? And I got really mad at it because I was like, God, it's so difficult to read. Because I'm because it's like in my head, right? Because in my head, when I see a capital, I almost provide like an emphasis to it. So it's like saying like, I am the vampire, and I must find the blood in my city. And it's like, oh God, like I just can't read it well. Something about it. This is hurting my eyes. I can't see anything. It's like my eyes are getting burnt. Do you get that same feeling, chat, or is it just me? I don't feel so good, Mrs. Stark. Every once in a while, you see people capitalizing weirdly just to be edgy. Wait. What do you mean? Sorry, can you explain? So the German edgelord is the one who capitalizes? As the sunrise approaches, I disappear into the darkness, leaving behind no traces in this cyberpunk city. Flawless ultra mega victory. Flawless ultra mega victory. Flawless ultra mega victory. I leave behind no traces. I have my blood. I suck the blood from your body. Blah. Oh shit, I'm dead. That's good. Dance of the Electric Guitars. Not made for beginners. No, you meant in English it's edgy. Oh, in German it's just the orthography. I'm sorry, that's funny. That's really funny. It's like the most professional way to explain that. It's like the most professional way to explain like a meme that I've ever heard in my life. In English, it's edgy. In German, it's just the orthography. It's like your royalty trying to explain what a meme is to your fellow royal friends. And so it's like, no, Catherine, it's a joke. You see, it's in the orthography, Catherine. Hands off the frets. What? Hands off the frets. Hint, climb the notes. Okay, so you can't climb the frets. Going back on track to be the most pretentious person in the room. Okay, but like that's really funny though. Like it was actually funny. So you have to avoid the frets. I'm assuming you touch the board, same thing. Hint, climb the notes. This is a cool level. I didn't know that you could do scripting inside the game. Like I thought to myself, maybe they won't do scripting inside the game. But it seems like you can do scripting. Climb the notes. What about the strings? So the strings also kill me. I actually don't know what to do. Climb the notes. Oh! Those notes. As in, like, get up there. Oh, shit. How do I do that? Oh, God. You have to climb these. Oh, my God. How? I see now why they said play this only if you're a professional. Like, this is a map that's, like, made for if you're good at the game. This is gonna take a while. I mean, I'm not gonna go, like, too seriously into most of these, because, yeah, like, this feels too complex for me to do. But, but it is cool to check out what is possible. One, I didn't know that you could do, like, a teleporting zone. I thought it was just the structures, right? It's, like, the creativity of people to be able to make this stuff and make it work. Two, the creativity to make a concept like this, where you're climbing the notes, so it's like an extra hard thing of the base game, where you're not just playing the game to climb, you're also playing the game to, like, you know, like you have to climb in a specific way is interesting too, where it's not just the structure itself, it's like the things, you know what I mean, like the things around it. Does it make sense? But let's see how this works first. Because how do you climb that? Like, how do you get up there? People who learn German as a second language told you the capitalization helped them because it lets them easily see all the nouns. You parse the grammar of a sentence easier. You know what? It's in the orthography. This is... I'm gonna at least get on 2 notes. At least 2 notes. I know what to do. Yeah, because that's the thing in English that I always got confused by is now that it's I guess it's my first and second language at the same time, but it's kind of hard to tell like what exactly is a noun. Like a proper noun is very easy. Like you see like Windsor and you're like, oh yeah, that's a proper noun. But a noun, it's like, is a guitar here the noun, or is it, you know what I mean? Like what is it, like a description of a thing? You know what I mean? Like it's hard to sort of determine, like, are you talking about the category of guitar, or are you talking about the guitar as a noun? Like there's so many different things that you have to know about around the thing to like clarify what it is. Kind of how in Japanese kanji are considered the hard part, but they also help split up the sentence into its logical components. You know what? Maybe you've now given me another reason to learn Japanese. And maybe I'll go into kanji, because that sounds like a good way to learn, because it seems easier than having to learn it by... I'm not very good at learning languages by hearing it, and I don't know why. It just doesn't stick to me. So maybe learning how to write it and then using that on a daily basis and then sort of like trying to hear it in my head would be better. I think it's over here. I think you go here and then you go up there? No. Wait, maybe you're supposed to jump on there. Maybe I'm jumping on the wrong one. Climb the notes, right? Not the fret? No, but you have to climb this. Do people actually like beat this stuff? Because there's no way. How do you beat this? There has to be a trick. There has to be a trick to how you're supposed to bounce on this. Because I can climb certain walls. Maybe there's a trick of like that. This game has to have like a million tricks that you have to know about. Very basic. You landed. Yay. It's like green pubes. To this guy, reading a sentence without kanji is torture for you. Here we go. Definitely didn't help you during your 12 years of learning, though. It was more like 4 times in 3 years. Hee environment change. Yeah, like after doing French for so long, I don't remember anything about it. Does it say sex? Sorry, these like images. Hee environment change. These are meme images. I mean, but it didn't help you learn Japanese. I get what you mean now. I mean, to be fair, I've heard that it's a very hard language to learn, even if you don't deal with the language system. Like, it's like, even if you don't deal with the writing system, and you just try to like learn it as like a casual speaker, it's like a very tough thing to like learn. So, but now that I know that it's like that, I can use that system and just learn how to write. Why am I stretch? What? Oh, you meant German. Yep, you mean there's a reason why they even add spaces in context. And they can't render full kanji in like old games with extremely low resolutions. What? Oh, right, because yeah, the sentence has no spaces, right? Like it's just one continuous thing. Huh. Oh no! I was so close. You landed. Yay. I keep bouncing on it. Bounce on it crazy style. Yeah, I've always wondered that. Like, how do you... Because what's a paragraph in Japanese look like? Isn't it just like a giant block of text? And it's like, how do you know where it starts and stops? Though, that's the one invention of language that I really enjoy is spaces. I think spaces is a top tier invention, if only because it helps you disambiguate between sections. Okay, now I'm done. What you meant is Japanese has no spaces between the words, but old games don't have enough resolution to render kanji and use kana only. What's the difference? Wait, because they have three writing systems, right? Kanji, hiragana, and then is it kana? But then it becomes a pain to read, so you add spaces between the words. Oh, I see. Okay, warning. Win. Oh my god. It's like I've fallen into a vat of Mountain Dew. You enjoy spaces, sure, buddy. And Korean is spaces. Korean does the spaces, yes. Do you say Dutch or German? You're getting confused. Is Dutch in German? I swear I had that same question at some point, and I still don't know the answer. Isn't it that like Dutch is how you say Isn't Dutch how you refer to yourself within German? Or like Deutsch? It's like how in Japan they don't call themselves Japan or something. Ween. Okay, there's. I thought there'd be something here. Familiar. This is. Do you know what this is? This is a platform for surreal art. And I kind of never thought about it, but like, I guess like a Quake style game is the best platform for surreal art. Because like, what else is surreality than the approximation of reality, right? And then if you have something that like kind of looks real but not really, it really fits as well. And it really comes down to the environments and the way that things look and the way that things are like the way that things are structured. Dutch is the German word for German. Dutch is a different language. Okay, how do I say the German word for German? I think I'm saying it wrong. Dutch pronunciation. Dutch, is it not Dutch? Deutsch. Say it slow.
Deutsch.
Deutsch. So it's Deutsch. Kanji, sorry, I was trying to think of a joke to like throw in like a Dostoevsky thing in there, like Dostoevsky, but I couldn't figure it out. Sorry, that's why I went silent for a moment. I was like playing it in my head, and I was like, "Does this work? I don't think this works." So I figured I probably shouldn't do it. Kanji, hiragana, and katakana, the latter being combined under the term kana. Okay, so katakana is okay. So the latter two, or is it just like the latter is combined? Or is it like the ladder 2 is combined? Like, cause like, or is the ladder 3 combined? Dutch is an elaborate prank on German speakers that got out of hand. What does that mean? Although I've heard people speak Dutch before, and I'm like, it sounds so familiar and yet so different that I can't understand them. Less structure. Okay, this one is about a person's cat. Welcome to heaven, fall to hell. Don't touch God. Oh my god. Don't touch God. Do not touch God. You touch God, you will die. The ladder 2. Okay, that makes sense. So then Kana is like the 2 combined. I'm gonna touch God. Meow. Meow. So we touch God. Is this just a person's... Is that toothpaste? This is mouthwash. It's mouthwash. Like, have you ever heard an obscure English dialect that is barely intelligible, but then gaslights you into thinking that you need to understand it? That's Dutch to German speakers. Yeah, that's how I kind of feel like too. Yeah. Whenever I've heard it, it's like, although I guess like that's what English sounds like to German speakers too. So it's like, I guess there's a whole different experience. But like, I had the same experience listening to it too, where I'm like, it sounds like I should be able to understand it, but I can't. I'm not gonna make it. What's at the bottom of this? What's at the bottom? Let's just jump off. To the extent, but English is different enough to parse as a foreign language. That is true. It is different enough. Okay? Now I get you. It's like too similar to German. Welcome to heaven, fall to hell. I'm still falling. Kana is basically an alphabet. It's just that Japanese has 2 of them, so 2 kanas. They have 2 alphabets. How long does like the ABC song take? Like, do like kids like do like a stand up for like an hour to say ABC? Oh wait, that's a good joke. Wait, chat, that's a good joke. What's the deal with Japanese? What's the deal with Japanese? They got 2 alphabets. What? The kids are gonna stand around doing... What, the kids are gonna do a stand-up for an hour just reciting the alphabet? That's crazy! That's pretty good. Wait, that's actually pretty good. Very Seinfeld-esque. Oh yeah, do an ABC song for Korean. They have a shit ton of theoretical combinations that serve no purpose. I thought Yeah, because like didn't Korean go through like a simplification of the language recently? Like I swear, like they have like a they have like Korean as it was before, and then like the government has like a different system of like this is like the simplified Korean, similar to like simplified Chinese, right? Where it's like a whole different system of doing things. I thought that was all gone now. And then the language is like, you know, straightforward in terms of what you need to know. Okay, you have to jump to break momentum. I'm gonna go here, jump, break. I can't jump. I can't jump. Korean script is all just alphabet. Okay, that's sick. I didn't know that. Maybe I should learn Korean because I've heard from friends that learning Korean is much simpler because it's because of some property, but they couldn't explain it to me. But hearing it from you, I believe you because you're a linguist. But you could be lying to me, so maybe I shouldn't believe you. What's the deal with Korean? Just a bunch of ABCs everywhere. Just a bunch of letters all over the place. What's the deal with English? You're telling me these things combine to make words? You know how recent it is, but they used to use Chinese characters similar to Japanese. Yes, yeah. And then they got rid of them and only used their own syllable alphabet. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing that I read about too. It looks like kanji, but it's a trick. It looks like kanji, but it's a trick. It's just a trick for your eyes. It's just a trick. You don't know much about Japanese, but writing the letters with a brush pen was really fun. Not much equals almost nothing. Very true. And I do enjoy calligraphy, especially when it comes to like East Asian script. It's like, not to say that like the Roman letters aren't cool, but like there's only so many of them, and they don't have the same level of shapes, and they don't have the same almost like like feeling of communicating what the subject is through the shape. You know, because Vietnamese a long time ago switched over to like the Roman French stuff, right? So it's like it's just ABCs plus like accents, right? But like an A, you only have like one or two variations, and they don't really like flow into anything. Exactly, like they flow differently, and it's a very fun flow with your hands. And I kind of wish that, you know, we had more of that. I can actually do calligraphy for a couple letters, words, whatever the script is called in Chinese, in Mandarin. I actually learned some of it back in elementary school because I was in an experimental pilot program. I know why. You still have yet to try this. Wait, there's a Chinese calligraphy VR game? Please let me know what the game is called. Because that sounds good. Kanji? No, not. Wait, is it called kanji still within Chinese? Within like both scripts? I guess like what do they call their thing? My awesome fucking level. My awesome level. Yay. Chat, what does this mean? Hanzi. Thank you. That's the one. That sounds like the one that I'm hearing it. What is a Chinese calligraphy game? What does this mean? Language experts, please translate what I'm seeing. It means absolute cinema. This is the level. What? I hate PNGs of Belleborb facing 45 degrees to the left. Even me? What I do? Am I PNG's Belleborb? You hate me. Your tweet. Did I do something wrong? What the hell is Belleborb? What's this level? Wait. Chat. If you send me that game, tomorrow I'll do it as part of the VR segment, and we'll do this. We'll just translate. Chat, send me that game, and we'll learn how to translate memes. We'll translate cinema. We'll translate like a whole ton of English memes into whatever language that the game wants us to write it. Well, I guess it's the same writing system, you know what I mean? But like, you know, well, not really. Like, you like a random Minecraft mushroom you just put into the game channel. Yes, I'm slipping. The game is called. It's loading. Sorry, my Discord's slow today. Hello, Discord. Hello. Message failed to load. What did you do? What did you do? What have you done to the server? What did you do? It's down. It's gone. It's dead. It's dead. It's gone. It's dead. It's gone. It's dead. Speaking of, I forgot to tell all of you, please download this game. You can actually join me later. I probably should have said something before. It's a small download. It's a co-op game. It's a fine. Apparently the game is region locked for you nowadays. So good thing that you got it. Okay, it's fine for you. It's not fine for me. Something's wrong. Would you accept this deal? You get crushed by a 2-ton slab of stone. Nothing. Yes or no? Would you accept the deal? In return, you get nothing. Yeah, like Mani is considered one of the easiest writing systems. The shape of the letters were also designed to remind you the shape of the mouth you make to pronounce a sound. That's interesting. I didn't know that part. That's actually a really cool way. I guess that's what happens when you give linguists the ability to remake a language. Or like a remake a language's writing system in the modern context. With all their learnings, right? Because then it's like, oh, like you get to almost like avoid the pitfalls. Like if I could redo English, no silent letters. 100% no silent letters. Loan words would come with like a trademark symbol. Okay, there are linguists in this chat. I need you to hear my idea, because one day one of you is going to make a one day one of you will be pegged by your government to remake your language. I need you to hear my idea for languages. All silent letters need to disappear. All loan words from languages come with like a trademark symbol denoting what language that it comes from. So like, what's a French loan word? I don't know. What's like a French loan word that is used within English? What the fuck is a French loan words in English? So it'll be like bizarre. What? Ambiance? A faux pas? Okay. Oh, true. A faux pas is, but I can't tell. Is that a loan word or is that like a saying that's like used? Because it's like. Okay, I guess then, what is the qualification of a loan word versus a phrase that is simply used within the same or similar context? I think this is just the end of the level. We just go inside the thing. Climb structure. Yo, we climb. I die. But okay, so imagine like the word isn't it faux pas? Yes, yeah. Yeah. So faux pas, yeah. I just like translated it in my head because I like knew. There's no difference. Word is a social construct. Look, okay, imagine bizarre, the word bizarre, and it has like an FR symbol on the bottom right. That sounds awful. Language is a living thing. You know, it feels wrong to let some people decide how it should be. Yeah, but then the problem with it being a living thing is that we have to all the counter argument to that is that just because everyone can make the rules doesn't mean some rules should be made, okay? Silent letters suck. And loan words, I need to know where they come from so I can look up the meaning. So to me, it having a symbol of like FR on the bottom, genius. It helps me learn. Everybody learn Tokapona. Isn't that constructed language that's like it's like meant to be like a very simple constructed language yet is also able to contain like the entirety of what you will want to talk about? I can't climb. I'm not good enough to climb. The big wall. Is my Discord loading? Discord's still down. What did you do, chat? What did you do? Why did the calligraphy game break it? Boy, you will love how consonants cut off in Korean if you hate silent letters. Wait, what? What do you mean consonants cut off in Korean? Doesn't French is this exactly because somebody gave linguist or some other guys the ability to reshape it? Wait, really? Okay, that's a good argument against it then. Okay, you changed my mind. That's a good argument against constructed languages. Okay, that's the best argument that you could have given me, is a language would become French. Not that I have a... I'm Canadian. I have nothing against French. I'm just saying that like as a language, some parts of it are like very difficult and like weird to learn. Like it has a lot of the same pitfalls as like English silent stuff. You know what I mean? You have to climb. Oh, this level's sick. Chat, this level's sick. You have to climb the waterfall. So you have to use the trick of climbing the waterfall. That's sick. And then you can jump this castle. Wait, that's so cool. You think it's also a reason for the German capitalization. Someone decided it needed to look aesthetic. Okay, you've all given me reasons. Okay, but my idea is better than all of the ideas that you said so far. Look, I know the people who made your languages suck, but my language is gonna be so good. Because my idea is so much better. You can't tell me that a TM-like symbol that says like, oh, bizarre, by the way, FR on the bottom right to tell you that it's a French loanword isn't a good idea. Imagine conversations. That's so bizarre, FR. It's like, what? It's so bizarre, FR. Okay, I take it back. My idea sucks. My idea sucks. I take it back. Sorry. Forcing rules on the language only sucks if the rule sucks. Honestly, kinda, yeah. You can't tell me that I'm wrong. Like, it's like, okay, rules in life suck only if the rule itself sucks. If the rule was every day you get $1 million, I think everyone would be happy. Unless it gets into hyperinflation, in which case I think you'd just sort of be like, I guess you'd feel the same way that, like, you know, people in like hyperinflated places feel. But for like a while, it'll feel good. You know what I mean? Chat, the Discord has loaded. Okay, I give up on this level. But I really want to get to the door. What is the calligraphy game? Calligrapher is an authentic VR calligraphy simulator. That's sick. All right, chat. You have sold me. Tomorrow will be a calligraphy climbing day. I don't know how I'm gonna call. Maybe I don't do the climbing. Maybe I save the climbing for when I'm depressed. I was thinking like I should save climbing for when I'm very depressed within life. Not because like I am depressed, but just to say that like I think like climbing is the ultimate depression activity. You know what I mean? No! This level's really good. This game is extremely fun. Wow. This level with like the little mechanics that you have to learn to be able to maneuver through the world, like my trick of climbing up things, it's not me hacking. It's an intentional mechanic based on I guess the slope of the wall. What language rules would you have, chat? Because at least no silent letters I think would be amazing. Because silent letters to me sounds like capitalization within German. Or like French. To me, silent letters is the same thing where it's like aesthetically it looks cool. But functionally it's useless. You know what I mean? Like that's how I feel about it. If you mean the spelling, you think it's more the other way around. The language changed a lot, but people continue to spell things the same as long ago. Same with English. Linguists generally don't like to mess with writing unless there's a good reason for that, or they get paid a lot of money. Don't lie. If I told you to change the spelling of every word within English and I paid you like, I don't know, like $5, you probably would. I could absolutely convince you to change everything. I could actually do... Okay, I have a question actually for the... I have a question. Do linguists create new languages like programmers make new programming languages? You know what I mean? Is, you know, like every programmer's pet like project is like a new programming language? But it's like I never see a linguist do that. I always see linguists study languages. But I see programmers make languages. Yes, and they're called conlangs, like Tokopon. Oh, okay, so it does happen, and they're called conlangs. Gotcha. Here we go. Language equal linguist. Yeah, but like, is it like? It's just funny that like it's funny to me. Oh, maybe you shouldn't say linguists. More like the state. Okay, I see what you mean now. So okay, but then how come there is so? How come I only know of a handful of con languages, but I know of like a million different like programmer languages? Huh? Why can't the output of a linguist be the same as a programmer? No. Yeah, you were just fixing your like thing. Yeah, sorry. Rock climbing. Oh, this is sick. It's like Peaks of Yore. It's like Peaks of Yore. It's just like Peaks of Yore. I'm not doing this. It's too hard. Mojave. Oh, this is a long load. Why is it a long load? It's either that this is a virus or there's a lot of textures. Holy shit. Welcome to the Mojave. I thought it was going to be a desert. I didn't know. I didn't know it was Mojave as like the art concept. I thought it was like Mojave, like the geographical feature. It's funny how the base game sets this concept of going down, yet most of the community goes back to climbing. It's because we are fundamentally limited by the human perspective. I'm going to talk about the human perspective of climbing and why I think climbing games are the best game to play when you're depressed. Realistically, oh, that was prison. Sorry, I clicked on prison, not Mojave. That's why it looked weird. Fundamentally, the human experience is about starting from the floor and climbing all the way up, right? There's actually nothing about the human experience. Okay, no, this is prison. There's nothing about the human experience that is about falling down. Falling down is fundamentally seen as a bad thing in the human experience. If we were ants, it'd be cooler. Or something. I don't know. If we were like something that like couldn't die from falling, it'd be cooler. Maybe in this video essay, I talk about how Fall Structure is a game about breaking and changing the perspective of humanity, to break us away from the idiocracy, from the idiocy of simply climbing upwards, and to think about what's beneath our very own feet and how it relates to climate change. That's what the game is about. The game was about changing your perspective on the way that you look at things and climate change, because you have to look down to see how the ice caps are melting. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Like, look at your windshield. There's no bugs. Our own glorp fruits. You had a professor that was a native in machine code. A native in machine code. One that I love. I've never thought about that. You know, like, I don't know how to say this, but like, job sites for programmers, right? They'll ask you what skills what skills you have, and you can fill things in like React and Unity and like ASP.NET, but also like languages like C++ and stuff. They should ask you a bit like your languages. What is your proficiency in these languages? Like, I want to say that I'm a native machine code. I'm a native assembly speaker. I'm a native assembly writer. Yeah, exactly. Spewing hex like codes. Yeah. Remind me when I have enough money to make my own company. I'm gonna make the resume process. A, it's not gonna require you to do like a 1 hour thing, okay? I'm sick of these interviews that ask me to write code for like an hour or something. B, I'm gonna make the interview process. It's gonna be like, what languages are you native in? Is it a cuck chair? Have a seat. It's a cuck chair. Why is there a cuck chair? Have a seat. Have a seat, Mr. Anderson. I'm a native writer in C++, in Rust, in Castle of Rain. I know this segment's going on long, but like this game is honestly kind of cool. Like again, such a simple concept for a game, but such an effective concept too. Because it's, you know what this is? Surfing died in CS2. I think this is the entire surfing community going, we needed a game that's similar to surfing, but not really surfing. But at least it's like a movement tech game that's like fun to play, right? Like a movement tech game has a bit of bounciness with the physics and stuff, and so it's like fun to mess around with, right? And then you just have this. And then this is where all the devs for like, you know, surfing maps would go, because surfing is dead in CS2 because like they messed up all the settings for it. Which, I mean, makes sense. It was a physics bug, but like still, like it sucks, you know what I mean? But so now you have all this talent that just sitting. It's the same thing that I always say of like, if people stop playing WoW or RuneScape and they just traded stocks, they might make $1 million. Overnight. Like, the stock market might change overnight, if only because people that trade in real time within games make so much money that it's almost it's like absurd how much skill that they have in finances. The fucker the fucker was setting up the first computers in Poland and connecting the country to the web. That's sick. They were so fucking similar to each other, but you're not sure if they're two different people. Oh, because they're so similar. I mean, either way, either person, whoever it is, I always like hearing about those stories because that's crazy. Because yeah, it's fascinating to think about the fact that like, it's actually still so new. A lot of the things that we have today. It only feels like it's a like an old thing because we've been with it for like, say, you know, however many years that we've been alive, let's say, right? But the truth is, all this stuff is so new that like the creators of it are still around. Like, imagine, you know what's crazy actually? You know, the person who made the AK-47, they're still alive. I thought they died, not because they got shot or anything. I just thought they were old. I thought most guns were in the like most of those like ancient like classic guns. I thought they were invented a long time ago, and then, you know, the creators basically just like faded away. You know what I mean? Into like dust. But no, it's still alive, and it's like you would think such a modern or like such an old tool for like fighting. Not to say that it's like necessarily bad, but it's like, you know what I mean? Like it's outdated. Would be the creation of somebody old. But no, they're still around. Yeah, there was quite a few silly words that the French Academy wanted people to use. They're quite annoying about that, but you're not sure if they actually had much impact with that. People probably ignore them and just continue to use the words that they used before. Wait, I do remember this. Canada actually had this problem. Not as a problem, but like Canada has this, because in the French-speaking parts of Canada, they had, because, you know, they do want to keep the French part of the world alive because they are French, right? And because of that, in Montreal, let's say, or like just anywhere within Quebec, right? You won't see a stop sign. You'll see a sign that says the word for stop in the French, arrête. And so it's like, and then every single ad will be in French. Like everything gets translated over. Movie titles get translated over. I think Pulp Fiction is like a whole different name in like French because the phrase means nothing to you. This is Circuit. This is a cool map. Wow. Kalashnikov. They died in 2013. No. Are you deaf? like are you deaf? Like it's like you come in and you announce someone's dead. Well, you should do that every day. Every day, go to a random obituary and then say like James Mayfield is dead or something. Just like say like some random name. John Harding is dead. Jane Doe has passed away. Just like come in, that's her first message every day. Sorry, I'll read the other message soon. I'm trying not to die here. No! Yo! Oh, sick. Crazy they were. That for sure, the obnoxious fucks. You're trying to find the story and post it to this guy. Please do, because I'm curious about that. But his legacy lives on. So true. He's still responsible for tons of deaths. It's like the person who like made the machine gun, and apparently they made it because they thought they would stop wars with the machine gun. I guess like in like a roundabout way, it's like if you saw the machine gun, you'd be so afraid of the might of the machine gun that you'd stop fighting. But it didn't work out that way, so people just kept on dying because the machine gun can mow people down. Yeah, you think most of these words are, but I'm trying to make people use French words instead of English loan words. Okay, so see, my loan word idea is actually better than what the French did. My loan word idea wasn't to get rid of loan words. See that? I'm better than the French Academy. My idea for loan words was not to get rid of loan words. It was to mark the loan word of where it came from. No. 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 No! I'm better than the French Academy. It's the same cat. Cat, there's like a full image of the thing. Antiseptic mouthwash. Simps? Wait, okay, no. Simply saline. Toothpaste. Why is the cat green? You can even see like in the mirror. It's a good level. We're almost done. We're almost done. This is the one that I wanted to try because the name was like funny. Geometricature. Also, chat, since you're here, remember to download the game that we're going to be playing later. Wizard Quest. We might do it sooner rather than later because I know most of you have like an early sleep time. So I might even do it after this one. It was supposed to be the closing game because I wanted to go from this game into other climbing games, but we probably should do the Wizard Quest after this. So if you want to join in, please download. It's a co-op multiplayer fake MMO or something. Geometricature. Walled garden. I really want to see Soviet Dream. What do the Soviets... POV, you're an army, you're a general in like World War II on the wait, they were both on the same side. You're During the Cold War, you're a general in America. What did the Soviets dream of? What's this? The walled garden is a place of peace and content. What? The fuck? Soviet dream. Free fall in the sky, Obelisk. Who? Is that what people in the Soviets dream? This is Soviet dream. I'm breaking out. Chat, I'm breaking out of the system. Whoa, wait, this is a cool level. Wait, this is a really cool level. There's like a... It's like a... You know what it is? The base game is environmental storytelling. This game is also environmental storytelling. Everything about this game is environmental storytelling. Look at this. It's like we're in the back rooms of the system. God damn, it's actually kind of peak this game. This game is really good. And I wonder how far this goes, because this is a very large level. Unless it teleports me back, and I can't tell. It might be teleporting me back. But yeah, this is a Soviet dream, everyone. This is just what you dream about in Soviet place here. You dream of falling. You dream of... You know what it is? This is an art piece. Because you dream of freedom. You dream of freedom from the monotony of life, from a repetition, from a tedium that's placed upon you by the state. From like a lifelessness that's like there. Looks like some places the Soviets left us in Poland. You feel like you've been there. Yeah, exactly. Like it's actually a very good level. And... like, I like how you can like sort of like take it any way that you want in terms of like how serious you want to go with it, because yeah, this really does feel like the stories of people living in that time and how they felt like living under these regimes, right? Like just the way that they sort of like forced the style of life of just whatever this is. Just the hopelessness. Yeah, it's just an average Soviet communal apartment. Okay, to be fair, I think communal apartments would be cool. It's just they can't be brutalist. They can't be like they can't be plain concrete walls. But a communal apartment could be absolutely cool if you had like amenities within. Like if you had an indoor garden that was maintained and then you had like people taking care of it and there's like a playground, it'd be kind of sick to grow up with your neighbors. If you had like a local grocery store run out of someone's apartment. Do you have this, by the way, Chad? Do you have this thing where people run businesses out of their apartment? I don't know how widespread of a thing this is, but here we have people who run businesses out of their apartment. And you can go in. Yes, thank you. It's so cool. And I love seeing it because it's like, I remember there's this one building, it was my friend's building. My building didn't have anything. His building had a fucking restaurant. Okay? His building had a top floor restaurant and a convenience store. And it was run out of people's homes. And like, that's so fucking sick. Like, people would just go to the top floor, go to this like probably illegal restaurant, and then also go to this like, you know, like probably legal convenience store on the 3rd and the 9th floor. Restaurant top floor, 9th floor. Convenience store 3rd, not even 1st floor. They were a 3rd floor residence. So you had to go inside the building, take the elevator to go to the convenience store. It was such a weird setup. But I loved it. There was something so cool about going there and then just going in and just getting items from this store and leaving with a bag of like candy. It was nice. Am I stuck in a time loop? Why is it taking so long to fall down? Unless they're doing the teleporting thing. They're probably doing the infinite thing to like keep you from reaching the bottom. In your place, it's an arcade! You have an arcade? You took a nap. Welcome. Good morning. Who's dead now? Yeah, like I feel like apartments have the ability to be really cool, but you have to maximize communal living. If you don't maximize, I think this is an infinite building. If you don't maximize the communal living aspect, I don't think it works. Free fall. This one, by the way, the description of this is this is an experiment in terminal velocity. Oh shit! Oh my god, this is hard. It's supposed to be a nap, but it was supposed to be a nap. You nut. Sorry, your typo is really good. It's supposed to be a nap, but then you nutted and then you slept for the whole day. That's a very good typo. It was supposed to be a nap, not that I slept for the whole day. When the nut is so good, you sleep for the whole day. Oh, hello, chat. How are you? How are you? Welcome, welcome. How is your holiday? How is your holiday? Hopefully you had a good holiday, and hopefully you had a good time. But welcome. FALLSTRUKTUR sounds Swedish. See? It's all of our languages sound way too similar. All of our languages sound way too similar. Every single one of our languages sounds way too similar. Because FALLSTRUKTUR, it could be in like dozens of languages. We need a new third language. I say it as if there isn't like 160 different languages or like something. But we need a new third language. It is Swedish. It's FALLSTRUKTUR. Who wants to lay claim to FALLSTRUKTUR? Okay, we have Germans laying claim to it. We have Swedish laying. We have Swedish laying. We have the Swedish laying claim to it. We have the English laying claim to it. But yes, welcome, and I hope that you're doing well. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the apartment buildings, right? The restaurant was cool because you'd go in, you'd sit down. It was just like a dining room, but they made it like look like a restaurant. And then the convenience store, you go in and you just buy anything, right? I think you need to maximize the idea of mixed use zoning to make that kind of concept work. But I wish that more places did that because I feel like there's so much potential for fun. Because look, the idea of an arcade, that's sick. I've never even thought about the idea of like a service place because like a restaurant is one thing where it's like a service but also like a product place. So it's like you're mostly going there to eat. You're not really going there to be... Well, I take it back. Do people go to restaurants to like talk to people? Because I go to a restaurant to eat. But do people go to restaurants to talk to people? But whether... No matter what it is, the arcade is now giving me the idea. We really should have internet cafes in an apartment building. Because there's no shot every one of your neighbors has a PC. And think about this. If only people in the apartment building know about the internet cafe, you know who to go to when a PC breaks. You know whose parent to like yell at. And so it works. And so I think communal apartments could totally work if it weren't for the fact that they're only for being alive. Because being alive is boring. Being alive is boring. And so therefore communal apartments don't work if it's just about living. You win. You winner. Yeah, the holidays is still... It's nice to be with the whole family. That's good to hear. You know what? I'm glad that your Christmas is going well, and I'm glad that you're enjoying a family time. It always brings a warmth to my heart to know that people sort of enjoy that. Not to say that like you have to, because some people's families can be bad, but like it's nice when it does work, and then it's like very very heartwarming. Because again, that's why like the Christmas stream was a VR chat stream, because it's like there's not really like sure you can do snow stuff. This is called Opolis, but the main thing about Christmas is the spending quality time with other people. And so it's like, I love when we spend quality time on like, say, VR chat, because it's like, that is Christmas, right? Community space must be organically connected to the people that live in it. They need to care about the community. Throwing random people in there has a high chance of failure, you feel. But Kowloon, yeah, the Kowloon Wall City, it was a thing, and it was wild. And I argue that this state of caring is not a predisposition, but instead one that can be learned to. I argue that like people can learn to love the space that they're in, and that it's not just a thing that like you have to sort of like want in the first place. Because I'm sure everybody goes to the park with the best of intentions, and yet it's really only the people that have learned to care about the space that like truly clean up after themselves. It's like how like everyone is predisposed in some way to know to clean up after themselves. Or like Smokey the Bear, you know what I mean? Like don't start the fire, but everybody starts a fire. I'm so close to the bottom. Never been to a restaurant. You've never been to a restaurant? Oh, that's fair. Actually, no, yeah. I mean, I guess it really depends on what you want. It's like if you don't enjoy like food, then it's not really worth it. I think even if you enjoy food, it's hard to beat the fact that like everybody, like especially if you enjoy like being able to cook, it's hard to want to do the restaurant experience because in restaurants they force you to talk. Like, I've actually been thinking about this. Okay, I don't. I would rather work retail than work in a restaurant because at least in retail I don't have to always talk to somebody. This is an insanely cool level. We have to do this. But in a restaurant, you have to talk to the person at least once to get their order if you work front of house. I hated that portion of the job so much. Whereas I felt like in retail, I could hide away. Like, at most, somebody would come up to me and ask, like, hey, where is this? And I would just point there. You know what I mean? But that would be rare. Unless I'm doing, like, cashier stuff. But I never wanted to do, like, cashier stuff. Whereas in a restaurant, you kind of have to. But anyways. I think if you don't like if you don't want the food or you'd rather cook it yourself or like, you know, I mean most restaurants are very sort of out of price range too nowadays. It is hard to want to go to a restaurant. Like I feel like a restaurant is like an occasion thing where it's like it's not really worth it to like go there. But at the same time, there's some things that you might only be able to find at restaurants. Like the one thing that I do find interesting is that a lot of the things that you think about with like food and the way that it can be, it's like going to a single restaurant could change all of that for you because it's like the way that they think, right? It's not the same way that like we think, and so it's like seeing that new perspective gives you almost like a new widening of your horizon to know what to do with a particular dish, let's say. That's the one thing that I think restaurants are very good for, and I think even if you only enjoy cooking, I think it's still worth it to try it at least once. However, again, it is the like talking to I get the talking thing of like there's just too much talking to like two people. So you feel like the only really annoying thing about Soviet communal building besides the brutalism, I would say that's the only thing holding them back, or with the shared bathrooms, so sharing other things like kitchen, living room, etc. It doesn't seem bad. I've seen that. Yeah, I didn't know that was a mainstay feature, but I've seen other buildings that do that. I actually hard disagree. Not to say that I don't agree with you on the bathroom part, but what I mean is I hard disagree that the kitchen is fine. I don't know about you. I can't have a shared kitchen, nor can I have a shared, I don't know, like a everything else. I feel like a shared anything is too much. Like I feel like if I had to share anything at all, it's just too much. Because I'm like, what's the point of me like living here unless it's really cheap? Like, if rent is, let's say, 2K average, which it is in my city, which is insane, and I'm paying 1K and I still have to share facilities, it's not worth it. If I pay $300 for a 2K average rent and I share facilities, go ahead. I will literally even eat on the shared floor if I have to. Like, I'll literally sleep in a bed in a room for like $5 a year if I have to, okay? But like, if I'm paying anything close to the ticket price of a normal rent, it better be that I get my own space, because it doesn't make any sense. And also communal kitchens too, allergies. What if someone has an allergy? They just die. Or like, I don't know, like what if you, I don't know, like, what if I just hate your food? What if you just make something that I don't like and I have to smell it? And I'm like, oh, like your food has ruined my like flavor palettes. You were amazed every time people are so shocked that there are people like you that have never had fast food, drink soda, or alcohol, or go to restaurants. Well, I guess it's like it also depends on like who you talk to, right? Because it's like, I guess like if you, or it's like if you talk to like a city person, it's like hard to get away from the idea of a restaurant, where it's like even if you don't really care for restaurants, I feel like as a city person, you just go at least once to see what it's about, right? So it's like, at least there's like a proximity to it, and it's sort of available for me to like try it. So it's like fun to like go there and see what's up, right? It's like the same thing as like, I don't know, going for like a walk, let's say. Like maybe instead of going for a walk, you go to a restaurant in the set. So I can sort of see like why it's like in my mind it's not so surprising that people are surprised, because I feel like maybe it's just the sphere that I'm in, but like it's sort of like, even if you're really far away, it still feels like in a way that like communal sense of like wants to like try something that like someone else has like made probably wouldn't go away, right? At least from my perspective, it's like I can see myself even living in a place where it's like, you know, not very city-like, but still full of things that have been made by other people by that I'd still want to like try out and then do, right? But that's from my perspective, because it's like I can't imagine sort of not going to a place or like not seeing something like that and not at least being curious to like try it out at least a tiny bit just to see what the whole thing is about, right? And I hate being in the public, but like sometimes you just find a place and you're like, I kind of want to see what that tastes like. I kind of want to see what that feels like, because sometimes it's kind of hard to get certain flavors on your own, especially if you don't have the skill. It's like, and especially like this is the thing about cooking that I always think about. If the recipe is like, how do you know if it's a good recipe, let's say? Because then how do you know if it's like actually a one-to-one match of what it should taste like? I always have that problem. You only go to restaurants to steal their food ideas. Hee. Same here, see? Brutalism can be great if done right. You cannot love some of those works. In your perspective, they're also like a blank canvas that can be changed to let the community that uses it as a way to express themselves. Yes, like the FBI headquarters, which is currently being moved to a different non-brutalist building and probably less secure building. Yes, I agree. I agree that it can be good. However, I also disagree because I hate the fact that it's just why can't it be brutalist drywall? Make it brutalist anything. I don't know, man. Like brutalist brick, I would even prefer brutalist brick. Not like brutalist concrete. I would prefer bricks that are all the same color. Imagine a brick building. So at least there's some variation. You know what I mean? It's just the fact that it's like a single blank canvas that like makes me feel like I'm in 1984. Even like the same, like a brick house is a brutalist building because every brick is the exact same, but the weathering pattern on each one changes over time, and so it looks classic. Here, let me show you. New brick, google.com. New brick building. Open image in new tab. Take screenshot. This is a brutalist building. But the reason why it looks so good is because the weathering pattern on every single brick slightly changes, and then you have a beautiful, unique structure. But it's at its core, it's still a brutalist building because, I mean, except for the patterns. But like, if it didn't have the patterns and it was your typical like New York City's like say old brick building, it would look right at home in a Soviet state. And it would look so awful until it starts to wear down, and then it look amazing because the people there would change it. It doesn't have to be concrete. I challenge the idea of brutalism. It doesn't have to be concrete. But that's a fun topic. You have to talk about it with your friends who have artistic background. Yes, please ask them. Please tell them about my brick house theory. Please tell them about my theory of how like brick places are just brutalist structures, but they weather. But they weather organically versus like a concrete one that like weathers the same. It's like, you know what it is? Maybe that's the definition, is that a brutalist structure is also resistant to the organics of life, right? You guess in theory, yeah, it could be great. Not sure if you've seen people try to do it, but then you don't go outside, so you wouldn't know. So true. Or someone is filthy. Oh, for the share thing. Or someone is filthy and they not clean and they don't properly clean the shared kitchen. Yes, that's also a thing too. Isn't that the whole thing in those places that if somebody is like that, that community tries to help them somehow change? Those are traits that show some underlying issues you would guess, like a cry for help. Yeah, but like, I think you're putting too much emphasis on the fact that like people are always like hurt in some way. Some people are just bad. You know what I mean? Like some people are just really shitty. Some people just live like slobs. Those are the examples. When you look at those buildings, you see potential. I see potential too because it's still a canvas, yeah. Because you don't leave your room, kitchen doesn't seem as important. But if you're a normal person, it'll probably bother you much more. Yeah, okay. How do you eat? What do you eat on a daily basis? Please don't tell me that you always do. Please don't tell me that you do Uber Eats every day. Please write it down on Discord, please. You were fit. Oh, wait, so true. We do have a Discord. Wait. To all the artists, please ask. Please discuss amongst artists whether brick buildings are brutalist in nature. There we go. Yeah, you live like slops. You think that it has a lot to do with how you live, how you raise. Even if you have many hours to drive to take your own food with you, you'll take that instead of buying along the road. That is true. That's a good point. That is true. Yeah. I do agree. Yeah, like it's like if you've never needed the convenience and you've never seen the point to the convenience, then it's like, what's the point? Because then, especially if like your tastes are sort of like, you know, like you enjoy your food, you enjoy what you're eating, then there's sort of no point for you to like go and like buy food. I get that point. Yeah, yeah. You make a good point, but at the same time, I mean, to be fair, it is hard to want to try new foods. Like my wife and I have this problem. We're both very similar. I guess like, oh, well, I guess the three of us are very similar. Where it's like, new experiences are very difficult for us. No, we're so close. I want to see the buy sign. Is there a cheat button? Is there a cheat button? Is there a cheat button? Toggle editor. Is there a cheat button, please? I need a cheat button, please. I'm begging you, please. I'm still close to the bottom. Why should someone's filthy problems suddenly become a community's problem to fix? Some people are just filthy and evil and dumb. Yeah, exactly. Some people are just nasty. Cheat, shame. I'm a dirty cheater. I'm giving up. Yeah, like it's like, not to say that you can't help somebody in that space, and not to say that it isn't like a cry for help if somebody is like, you know, feeling down. Because it's like, if you're depressed or something and you don't have the energy to like do it, then like for sure. But yeah, like it's not everybody that's like that, and like there's definitely like a fairly sizable portion of people that just live to like make other people's like life worse in a way, or like just like don't care about the consequences of their actions, if that makes sense. I know it sounds weird to say, but it's like, having been around those people, even with all the help that they get, there's still something about them where they just don't care about how other people would like feel about certain things. Like it's very difficult to sort of explain, but some people really are just very like sort of like selfish minded. But if you would be raised in such an environment, caring about shared spaces, it'd be natural. You don't know. That's a good point. Wait, that's a good point. That's a good point. Is it nature versus nurture? How is it possible for you to not care about the space? Because then if you're raised within the space, you would know how to take care of it. Unless your parent was the person who didn't care. Oh, there we go. Okay. Mr. Beast. Chat, POV, Mr. Beast runs a Soviet bloc. Every day I think of a new fucked up human experiment that Mr. Beast could do. Hi, I'm Mr. Beast, and today I'm gonna run a Soviet bloc and see whether it's nature or nurture. Slide down, slow. Please, maybe it's just too late for them. If this help would come earlier, then they'd be able to change. Yes, I agree. Yeah. Like, that's an open question. That's a very good point, and you know what? I retract my statement. That's a complicated thought experiment. Well, that's why we need Mr. Beast. Like, that's why we need Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, I know people hate on him, but think about this. Science is afraid to do the experiments that Mr. Beast is willing to do. You know, Mr. Beast experiment of like, because Mr. Beast has a video where they have like a couple who used to be together and then they live together again. So they have two people who broke up in the past and they forced them to live together again. Like, that's the kind of shit that you won't see at your therapist's office. Your therapist will never do that. I'm gonna make it. I can't wait to see what's down here. I can't wait. Just please don't die. I'm so excited. Sorry. This is the happiest moment of my. Well, it's not. It's one of the happiest moments. You know, even in a good family that tried to raise the child right, there can be a bad child. Yeah. Like there can still be a bad child. So it's like, it still is risky to do, but I also get the point of like asking the question of like, how do we know for sure that there's no factors that don't make it a nurture thing? However, like, yeah, like some people are just bad to the bone. Like, it's not really much that they can do. No. I need to go outside. This is bad. I shouldn't be inside. I need to go in. I have to go outside. Where's the buy building? Chad, we have to find the buy building. There's a building with a bunch of buy signs. Like buy, sell. Buy the new Swiffer jets. Where's the buy building? Buy! There's a crane. Oh, this is such a sick level. Look. You know, this is a cool game. I really like this game because of the freedom of the space. Both buy buildings, I think, are the same. Actually, they're all the same buildings. It's the same block, copy-pasted over and over. Okay, we'll go to that side because I can see it. This is a cool game because you have this, like, exploration elements of the maps, which granted is, like, up to the mappers. but combined with the mechanic of just falling, just the way that you move, it's so good. And it gives a real tension because you want to see what's down there, but you got to be careful because if you mess up, there's no going back. And I don't know how to explain it, but the gameplay, it feels like your character is a little bit too eager to move. So it's like you're controlling a hyperactive person who's really trying to get ahead of themselves, only to fall into the pit of despair. Where's the buy building? Do I jump out the window? No, do not jump out the window. Stay in the window. Why am I going back up? This is messed up. We need like a Mr. Beast experiment. I think Mr. Beast running a communal block could be funny. In like a haha way, but also like a scientific way. It'd be like, oh wow, this is how people would live if they were given money and like told to live together just overnight. And then, but the thing is, right? Mr. Beast has to run the experiment for multiple decades. He has to run it for so long that eventually they have kids. Because the goal, right? Mr. Beast has enough money. Sorry, I just saw the Discord message. Sure. To all the artists, please discuss amongst us whether brick buildings are brutalist in nature. Brick emoji building with door in the middle. Sure. If anything, this is brutalist art. This is peak postmodern brutalist art. That's actually peak postmodern brutalist art. Holy shit. We're on to something here, chat. We're on to something here. Mr. Beast runs a Soviet bloc for multiple decades. Hi, my name's Timmy. I was raised in the Soviet bloc from the ages of 0 until I forgot how old I am. In this place, age okay, not that okay. In this place, time seems like it falls the same. We don't even I want to ask you a question, please. I have to know, is the sun real? I've lived my whole life in this building. Is the sun real? I don't even know what that is. I've never seen the outside world. And then it like cuts to Mr. Beast talking about like, then we're gonna see what happens when we lock multiple families in a building for the next couple generations. No windows, no lights, groceries delivered through a back door to our staff. They do everything inside the building. Eat, sleep, drink, have kids. Everything. No. Have I gone the wrong way? I think I went the wrong way. I completely missed the buy sign. Shit. No, I'm gonna make it to the buy sign. Yes. Buy, buy, buy. Sell, sell. Don't fuck up. Buy, buy, buy. Sell, sell, sell. So like the TV show Big Brother's House. You're so right. You know what's funny is that you're actually so right, because that show, when COVID started, apparently the people on that show had no clue. So like imagine being on that show and you're like isolated from society as part of the show. And then you hear that society is currently going through a global pandemic that has people like disappearing and then dying overnight because of like how severe the illness is. And then they're disappearing because they're hiding inside of their homes to like stay away from people because of the social thing, right? And the streets are like completely dead empty. And then you see a video and it's like a zombie movie. It's like 28 days later. Like, I would freak out. I would freak out if I emerged back into society and society was gone. I wouldn't know what to do. Like, it would feel surreal that... Because the worst part is that you have to live now with a TV producer. Like, are you fucking kidding me? An executive from television? That's the person I have to spend the rest of my life with because the rest of humanity's dead? Like, God fucking damn it. Like, are you kidding me? Why? Like, just kill me. You don't agree, but you can't put it into words. No. Alright, good. Save those arguments. Okay, save those arguments for a personal one-on-one philosophy like a DM debate, okay? Sounds like a good movie plot. I mean, it is basically 28 days later. Like, you're not wrong because that movie's good, as well as all the sequels. But it's like, it's already been done, so I can't do it. Why is there a pipe here? You don't do Uber Eats. You don't even think that you have it here. But if you had to live with the shit kitchen, it would probably just do things that you do there fast, then skedaddle. Sorry. Or just buy a bunch of dry noodles. You eat like once a day, so that would make things easy for you. You need nutrients. You can't just eat dry noodles your entire life. I say this as somebody who loves instant noodles, who grew up on instant noodles. You legitimately cannot eat those things every single day because you will die. I did not know it goes under the floor. I can't believe it keeps going, chat. Oh my god. This is this is a great level. I just don't know what to expect. Eating once a day is not so good. Exactly, thank you. You need nutrients, flavor. You need like flavor in your life. Nutrients. You need less sodium. You can't just have like instant noodles. Windows screensaver. Okay, good. See? The game. See? It's you know it's a good game when everyone gets the point of the game. No! No! Please, God, no! No! Well, that was a fun game. I really enjoyed that game. It's a fun game to play. It's I think if you enjoy those types of games, speedrunning type games, climbing games, you know, falling games, I think you can have a great time. It's a really cool exploration experience. It's a really, really cool experience to go around the space. And the controls really, really help because it adds the right level of tension to everything that you do. It's like you have no control over your legs.